Welcome back, guys. It is the Brothers Geek Out podcast. G-Man's with me today, guys. Sorry for the solo episode last week, but I'm back now. Loads of things going on. But episode 419.
419.
Man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
What can I say, man? It's been a busy week. Life has been full on. But exciting stuff happening along the way, as always. But I hope you guys are well. Massive thank you again for all the support on the channel. You guys absolutely smash it. And yeah, got a few things to share here and there. But other than that, G-Man, how you been, bro? How's it been being back home?
Yeah, it's been good, guys. Just putting it out there again. Do check the description. If you want to skip the small talk and go straight to the Geek Out news, check the description. Timestamp's going to be there. But yeah, no, it's been good, man. It's been amazing. Can't believe it's coming up to one more week left. Time goes so quick. But yeah, it's always amazing coming home, man. I mean, it's great to be with the family. But I can't, man, I just can't be away for too long, man. You know what I mean? So I need to, in October, I need to come back. Or that you guys need to come over or something. But anyway, it's been great. Today's weather's any messing around with the technicals while we're doing the pod.
Sorry.
But yeah, no, rain's been basic this week, man. I mean, yeah, other than that, man, it's been all good. It's been all good. Been chilling with the kids, man. Loved, well, just the interaction with the babies. I know the older ones, Idris and Alara.
Yeah.
It's cool to chill with them, have conversations. But the babies, man, they're just so cute, man. Isla, and the names, too many names. But just interacting with them is the best, man. It's just nothing beats that. But yeah, what else have you been up to, man? I went to Cambridge last week to the missus to Cambridge. Very nice over there, man. Very nice. We've done some sightseeing stuff. Really, it's like it's cleaner over there. Like I saw a lot of pro-Palestine. I saw Palestine flags everywhere in Cambridge. Like, yeah, it's really nice, man. Really nice place. If I was to come back to the UK, I wouldn't live in London, man. Even though I was born and raised, I'll live out.
I think it's time. It's time. I mean, we've been thinking about that for a while now. We've got something coming up, which we'll share on the podcast very soon. But at the moment now, it's still on the hush hush and everything's kind of in the beginning phases. But we've got some exciting stuff happening. Also, yeah, man, I've got loads of things to say, but I don't want to just say it now. I just want to wait till things happen. I always say I think before I'd always talk about, yeah. But I suppose once you've got things in motion, you can probably have conversations about it. But until everything's kind of laid out, foundations are laid out, then we'll talk about it.
Yeah,
but for now,
not that you're manifesting it. I think manifestation's a real thing. I really do. Like my plans for the future, I'm putting it out there. Like I said, by the time I'm 46, I definitely want to be in a position where I could become a personal trainer. Yeah. Now I'm open to the realism that maybe it might not happen by 46, just because life will change. Inshallah, I'm gonna have kids. We're bought a flat and all that sort of stuff. I want to buy a proper house for my family, all that sort of stuff. So yes, things could change, but I'm manifesting it that one day I will quit this corporate world and become a personal trainer. I'm just putting 45 up there, which is 6 years from now, to be like, by then some shit's gonna happen. Like I'm gonna make shit happen. I'm working on making shit happen, but by then I'm just manifesting it, man. Honestly, there's something there. Like when Dubai came up, when I was in Singapore, I manifested that shit, man, and Dubai happened. You know what I mean? When I was in Hong Kong, I wouldn't say I manifested it, but I had to get the fuck out of Hong Kong and made Singapore happen.
Yeah.
I think there's something to do with like saying something, putting it out there in the universe,
and then doing it.
And then you have to obviously work, man. If you
got to do that.
Yeah, if you're like, I want to be a billionaire, and you just sit there and do nothing, then shit ain't gonna happen, man.
No, you've got to put the time in. You've got to put the work in. The hustle and grind. Everybody talks about it. As much as it is part of that, and I've always said we're going to always work hard. Don't think it's going to be like peak and then steadiness. It doesn't work like that. And if you've noticed by the industry that we talk about, it's always about the hustle bustle. It's always going to be like that. You're going to have moments where you need to take a refreshing break. I do that all the time now because there's only so much I can do and it gets overwhelming. But now it's about just continuously putting that time in. and you realize, you get to a certain age, your mind doesn't work as good. You're writing more notes. You got post-it notes everywhere, but it's the only thing to remind you what you want to do and where you want to go to. So, no, definitely, it's been a busy one. Not much. Yeah, I can't think of anything else, bro. But I mean, as we said, always skip if you want to go straight to the geeky stuff. Make sure you check the timeline, guys. And we've done a lot of different things on the channel as well, guys. So keep an eye out for the latest stuff that's coming out. But make sure you're following us on our social media journeys. And let's get into the real world stuff, bro.
Yeah. And on that, just let us know if what we're doing, if you like it or not. We're trying to make, I don't know what's the word, give you guys visuals, except just us, so you know what we're talking about. I mean, in general, you probably know what we're talking about anyway, but I just want to put visuals so you can like have a visuals of what we're talking about, I guess. So we're messing around with things with this screen sharing and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get into it, guys. As usual, real world issues. If you want to skip, what would you see? What you see? What is this? Oh shit! And when is it? I'm not gonna be here. Am I gonna be here? I mean, it's probably one person anyway. Wait, is it for one person? What's the date, bro? What's the date? What's the date?
Thursday, July 11th.
Bro, but is it how many people though? Bro, stop breaking news. How many people?
Hold up, man. I'm sending the message now.
Whoa. Bro, how many people? You better get me an invite, bro.
Hold up. Hi,
Breaking news, guys. Breaking news.
Hey, bro, hold up, man. I feel like there's something else happening.
Read that shit properly, man. I know we're on the podcast live, but read it properly.
No,
guys, we'll give you an update properly, like if we could talk about it, man. God. Screening. Well, just yeah. Okay. Exclusive.
All right, hold on. Hold up, thanks.
Ash is gonna be upset that I'm here, boy. This is when Ash hates me being here. he's like the backup when I'm not here because he wanted to watch Kill, but I took his ticket. But this I'm coming, bro.
Just read that. Doesn't make sense.
The 10 would they be a +1 available? Yes, that makes sense. I mean, we are the brothers, plural, man. Is that plural?
Bro, why'd your hand on my neck, bro?
Because I'm kind of moist and I want to see what you're looking at, bro. At least you're going, though. Can you say it? Can you show a picture or what?
Nah, I'm going to wait. I don't want to get in trouble.
Okay. We'll hold tight. You'll know then. Yeah. Sneak peek. Oh, my God, bro. If I could come...
I swear, I'm telling you, manifestation. What were we talking about?
Exactly what we're talking about. And what do we say? If it happens, it happens. God's will. Like, we just do our shit naturally. I said that, but if we do our shit naturally and not force it, to get views, to get invites to places, it will just happen. I mean, we put the work in. What I'm saying, we put the work in, but not like, oh, we have to email everyone and force it and make sure they let us come and do whatever they tell us to do to get invited. No, we'll do our thing. We'll ask. We'll work hard, and we'll get invited to things. Please do a +1, man. Fucking
hold up, man.
How you invite the Brothers Geek Out podcast and you just invite a brother? You know what I'm saying? Where you going, man?
I need to double check, bro. I feel like there's something else.
Where are you going to double check? I don't understand. To the toilet or something? Where's he going to double check? I got no plans Thursday, right? Thursday 11th. I'm here. Exciting news, guys. Exciting news. I feel like we're keeping you in what's the word? Anticipation of letting you know what's going on. But this is like live reaction to something amazing that we might be invited to. Or at least the brothers have been invited to. Maybe Kibla might go unless they give a +1. But I wish I could say it, man. I wish I could say it. And I don't want to get in trouble. But if we can go, woo, it's gonna be exciting. But I can tell you what we're talking about. Can we talk about what we're talking about? The movie's coming out end of this month, man. It's coming, the most anticipated comic book movie of the year.
I think we leave it there for now.
That's it. Well, pull it that way. That that movie's coming out. Deadpool Wolverine's coming out at the end of the month. So there's some exciting shit going on around that, which includes us. Well, the Brothers Geek Out podcast. Fucking love it, bro. I love manifestation. I love today's fucking podcast is about manifestation, bro.
All right.
You say it, we do the work, and shit happens. Let me know. I'm free, bro. Whatever I got planned, they can eat the poo poo, man, because I'm going if I'm available. I mean, if I'm allowed. You insert what? Wolf Steve, yeah? Letting a lot of good news.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. My goodness me. My goodness me. That's going to be awesome. So, guys, like I said, we kept you in some sort of anticipation, but we had a live reaction to
good things.
Yeah, good things. Something good happened. Again, this is the result of us doing the podcast, keeping it real, doing it the way we do it. The background being the way it is, like you know what I mean? Like I like what I love about our podcast, and I know we would improve or whatnot. It's just the naturalness of it. And I think that came from, like I say, man, I was inspired by Joe Rogan, man. Joe Rogan, the other day, he was just talking about it with his boys and how it started. He literally started in his house again in the bedroom. And then once he started getting bigger, and then literally he would have like a couple of hundred people listening. And then he was told, oh, you need to edit it and all this. So he's like, nah, I'm just going to press record and just talk. Like, that's exactly what he did. Then he was like, getting a couple of extra viewers. And literally, he said he started from like a couple of hundred viewers. Now the guy's got millions and millions. And then once he started getting guests, he was like, I can't bring guests to my house anymore, man. And he always wanted to do it live. So with people rather than Zoom. And that's when he was like, all right, I'm going to go get a studio. And then he started doing a studio thing. And now look at him now. And I think that we followed, when I say follow, we're inspired by that process. And that's why I keep saying, let's just do our shit normal. Let's have a conversation. Let's just press record and pull it out there rather than go through edit. The background is what it is. Like, you know, like natural is good, man. And people, I think there's a relatability to like a natural way of doing it. Two people talking, not talking in a specific way, all that sort of stuff.
To double check that I replied to everybody in that email, bro.
This is one of those things. Disney, this is the big one, bro. This is the big one. This is one we've been waiting for. The brothers made it big time, man.
What's going on, man? Need to see my reply. All right, let's continue, man. Real world news, man.
Real world news, guys. So again, as always, guys, free Palestine, free Sudan, free Congo, Yemen. All the brothers and sisters out there struggling, man. You know what I mean? Like, and in a bad situation. And I'm not saying this like I'm some kind of activist and I know all the history and I know there's people out there that know history and know what's going on in the world way more than we do. Again, it's one of those things where we have this platform. Some people listen to the podcast, and I think it's important that we always mention these things no matter what. Like, not stop talking about it. And inshallah, get to a day where we do stop talking about it because people are free. You know, people are treated humans are treated like human beings. You know, what's going on in Palestine is still happening. It's disgusting that the world still didn't do nothing about it and let an occupying force literally destroy all of Gaza, let alone killing nearly 40,000 people, over 15,000 children, but literally destroyed all the infrastructure there to make it unlivable so you can literally ethnically cleanse them so they could steal the land. Like, literally the world let that happen, right? And when I say the world, the superpower of the world, right? We all know who that is. It's a shame that we're still in this thing, but you know what? Again, it's an empire, man. An empire doesn't want to lose. That's what happens, you know, when they're all empires. So, you know, like, again, we have to keep talking about it. You know, inshallah, one day they'll be free. You know, just like, you know, South Africa and stuff like that. And it's got nothing to do with an end of an empire, meaning people have to die. Like, it doesn't have to be that way.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just treating a group of people like as a human being, as they should be. And that's it. So it's nothing to do with other people dying. So people need to get that in their heads. It's got nothing to do with an empire or a group of people that have to be wiped off the face of the planet. It's got nothing to do with it. It's about just treating other individuals as human beings, you know, with equal human rights, especially in this day and age that we're living in. We're not supposed to be barbarians anymore, but we blatantly, obviously, we are.
It's systematic barbarism.
But of
The way I
course,
see it, it's systematic. Systematic racism, all of it still exists. Listen, man, I think in the past couple of months, I've realized, like, we haven't moved forward.
Oh no,
We have not
we
moved
act like
forward.
we do.
Yeah,
We do.
all the powers and all this infrastructure of government and all that bullshit. Like, it was funny because I was watching a documentary last night, and it's basically Dennis Quaid who does this. It's on the History Channel about holy marvels regarding, you know, the Ark and Noah's Ark and what's it called, the Holy Grail and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah.
And you know, they talk about the history, but you even watch a documentary, bro, and you talk and it's kind of systematically whitewashed. And listen, man, as again, like when I talk about this, I'm not trying to out people or anything like that, but the comments speak for themselves. The comments speak for themselves, and I don't know what some individuals are going through, and I think Immortal Technique put it perfectly. Like you got to have some sort of empathy to be seeing this much violence. What's his name from Pink Floyd? Robert.
Oh, yeah, that's my bloody rival.
We gotta get his name. I've been following him for a long time.
Yeah,
I love his music. But his activism and realism in what he talks about is the truth. You know, here's somebody with his eyes wide open. We're eyes wide open as well. But it's never been about religion or race.
Roger Waters.
Yeah, Roger Waters.
So blank in my head.
Roger Waters. Yeah. So my main thing about this was that go pick up a book, read something, share something, ask somebody the question. You know, I've had conversation with Zionists, and most of them have always come back to me and said, "Oh, you didn't start an argument, or you didn't want an argument. You didn't swear at me." I'm like, "Why? You're still a human being." But I just don't believe in what you believe. You're justifying kids dying. You're justifying women and men dying that have got nothing to do with this. Give me that explanation.
Yeah.
Without using the word, hey, you know, okay, I'm going to say Hamas. That's all I hear. It's the same thing day in, day out.
It's the dumbest argument ever. I'm sorry, because when you justify 15,000 children plus dead, and just with that, it's your heart. Like Simone Technique said, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for what happened to you.
Yeah.
You can't justify that. Listen, if you're justifying that, you are that evil force. You are that evil empire. You are that evil thing that's now. You are that evil thing that was in the history books, World War II, that evil empire. That's you. That is you. Because you're justifying the genocide of a group of indigenous people. That's just facts. And regardless of what happened 2,000 years ago, that's a bullshit. When I say that's a bullshit statement, if that's the case, with all respects, why is it that the Caucasian European race is allowed to take their land back after 2,000 years? What about the indigenous colored people of America, of Australia, of Canada, maybe even the UK? Why can't the Romans or whatever, I think it was Romans 2,000 years, to come back and say, oh, bro, all right, well, if they're allowed, then we are allowed. This is my
That's what I'm saying.
It's a shitty argument. I think that's a shitty argument. Why are you allowed? Why is the again, Caucasian Europeans allowed to take their land back after 2,000 years? If that's the situation, right? If that's the case, oh no, they're allowed. Everyone justifies it. Then give the land back to all the other natives. No. You know, they're not allowed. You know, you indigenous brown people are not allowed to take your land back. But you know,
listen, bro, this is slowly changing.
It's unfortunate.
A lot of the youngsters are starting to pick up on and doing their own research in their history. I mean, I love going through my TikTok feed now, man, because I see a lot of young brothers and sisters knowing what you know, this is wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
We are taught wrong, and I can understand growing up in the UK that yes, I'm going to have to learn their history. It's weird though in my 40s that I'm like, oh wow, damn shit, they're a bunch of murderers, man, as well. So you know, listen, do your own thing. It's horrible, and now we've got a new government that's, you know, not for that as well. In the UK, we had the general elections yesterday, and now we got this other guy who outed Bangladeshis the other day.
So weird, man. It's just like, why would you even say, like, What? Like, that's what I'm saying.
But they
And
don't.
he wasn't even specific. He didn't even say, "Oh no, I'm not talking about the Bengalis that were born and raised there." Like, and I'm talking about the illegal immigrants because that's what the conversation was about. But then I think I didn't watch the whole thing, but someone pulled out stats saying, "Listen, from Bangladesh it was like 3%. So why did you out them out? Like from other countries, it's fit." But it's like this whole thing about immigrants. I'm not saying they should open the borders to everyone. I'm not saying that. But first of all, like understand where problems are caused by your own nation, and that's why people are coming here and whatnot. But also like there's a way to do it. There's a way like you let again, it's so blatant. You let all the Ukrainians in, it's our white brothers and sisters. And you should let them in. But there are other people too, man, who are not that Caucasian, blue haired, blue eyes, blonde hair. Gotta be. That's what I'm saying when we're talking about even. Like, gotta be treating everyone.
But they're
as a
not.
human
They're not.
being. The other one, bro. If that was the case, no one would be saying shit. No one, because this whole thing, everyone's like, "Oh, it's a race thing." No, it's not. It is a race thing when you guys are blatantly being racist.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
how are we
exactly.
supposed to feel it?
But I think it's the dehumanization of other ethnics, bro. That's all it is. And it's gonna be a hard battle, and it's gonna continue to go. You know, you'd think,
But considering
for our kids, it'd be different, definitely.
I hope so.
But give it another 100 years, bro.
Yeah,
Honest truth, bro. Give it 100 years.
Yeah.
Mixed. Everybody gonna be bearish,
Well,
bro.
people are going to be different. People's mentality is going to be different, right? Because we see the young kids, the uni students and whatnot, and good for them. Good for them. I mean, look, this guy. I mean, this how you know the Israeli lobby is just paying off shit because you've seen it in the US, right? Certain states and senators are getting elected because they've been funded by the Israeli lobby and stuff.
Yeah.
Same with the UK, man. Think about it. The guy out without Bengalis, right? They're obviously not for a ceasefire of the genocide. They're supporting the genocide, and they still won. When I say a landslide, they still won. A big amount. It just goes to show that there's a couple things, right? Yes, it's controlled, it's paid, it's funded by the Israeli lobby, but also people don't vote. I think that's a bad. I do think I'm against that. I even though I didn't, but I haven't been in the country for years. But I do think everyone should vote, right? Because your vote does matter. It matters only if you, as a community, understand who you should vote for.
Yeah.
So if everyone says I'm not going to vote, then the idiots win anyway. But if everyone's like, listen, I want to vote, as a community, we need to get together and get our story straight and say, guys, we know not to vote for Labour, but we know that we all must vote for this one. But I think there's a little gap there that people are just like, I'm just not going to vote. It's not going to make a difference. Voting, I think, makes a difference if you all as a community make sure you vote for the right party.
I think that's the important thing, but it doesn't tend to happen.
What's up, Allah? You can't show your face.
No.
What are you looking for? What are you doing? Why are you intentionally trying to get on the camera? No, what are you trying to look for?
Alara.
We're trying to look for Alara.
Alara. You're looking for pens? What pens you want? Pencil. There we go. No, Laura, your face.
Go. Oh, Allah. Okay, so what we're talking about, yeah. So, man, and I again, I'm talking like I'm some kind of political expert. I don't know anything. That's the truth.
That's the truth. Same here, bro. I don't know nothing.
I don't know anything, but
I know nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I just know the basics to be like, well, this is who we should and should not vote for. But let's see what they do for the country. End of the day, they can only see what it is now, right? Do they start getting rid of all the Bengalis? I doubt it, right? But do they? I don't know. Do they fix interest rates and all that sort of stuff? Maybe they do something for the country that you can't dismiss any positives. So we have to wait and see now, because if there are positives, you have to say, yeah, you know what, the interest rates were fixed and bills did drop, but they're still bastards. You know what I mean? Like you have to give people, even if you don't like them, you got to give them credit for what good things did happen. So let's see what happens to the nation, man.
See what happens, man. Let's see what happens. Anyway, listen, guys, we've got donation links in our social media pages. Please go do what you can. Honestly, I went to Islamic Fair last week, Sunday, with Alara and Nia, and there was a guy there. He was selling badges and Palestinian scarves and stuff like that. 100%. The guy paid for the stand, yeah, but all of the money that he made on that stand went to Palestine. So, like, you know, it wasn't much. You know, I wish I could give more, you know, but every little helps. Somebody recently donated to the page from the States. I want to say a massive thank you to you, dude. Thank you so much. and he shared our page as well. So it's
Wow.
alhamdulillah, that's absolutely amazing when somebody does that. I mean, that's charity in itself. A lot of us are in difficult situations, and I'm not going to beg and ask for money and the rest of it. It's about the intention. Even if you share the page, I'm blessed with that. They are blessed with that because they're, it's not even a story, their situation, other people see it. So listen,
Yeah,
thank
we
you
have
so
to be the
much.
voice for them.
We have to be the
have
voice.
to be
We
the
have
voice.
to be
They're
the
being
voice.
censored and they're being murdered. They're being slaughtered. They're voiceless people, but you know, we have to be the voice for them, man. Every
No.
one of us.
Exactly. But yeah, again, people of Congo, people of Sudan, there's so much going on at the moment now. So we're sending love and prayers. We've gone, even our family's been going through a difficult period. So loads of prayers and du'as and charities. Charity is so important. I mean, you know, I think it was the week before you came, or was it the same week when we went to go see, like, went to see Nabil, it was his birthday, and I donated in his name. My best friend passed away 10 years ago, but just being there with mum, mum got to see her brother and her cousin brothers, all in the same area, like and she was crying, man, at Nabil's grave, and it really got me because and it got Ahmed as well, and yeah, and, like, mum walked away from the grave, she started crying, she was like, he would have been here doing what, coming to each other's houses, and still being silly with you lot, and she saw him grow up with us, innit? So
Yeah.
it hit her. But when she got to Mama's grave, man, I was like, oh, wow, that got me because during COVID, she got to see him in hospital, alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
But since he got buried, she hasn't been able to go to the grave. So I kind of made a promise as well to do that more regularly, even for Nabil. I only go see him on his birthday and stuff. So more prayers, more du'as, more charity. I said I promised to go see him more, but I don't want anybody suffering in the afterlife. So that charity that I give to them is for them to have a better place in Jannah. So yeah, listen, guys, whatever you guys can do, share the page, donate, do what you can. Links in our description as well. So please do what you can. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Cool. Let's get into it, man.
Mm.
Get into some of the stuff that we watched.
Yes.
Watched a few things this week, actually, man. Do you want to start sharing the screen?
Let's do it.
Let's start off with The Bear.
Yes.
Season 3. One of my favorite shows.
I haven't started yet.
Don't touch me with your foot. My foot's so dry. Freaking scraped a bit off my foot, bro.
Which one we're gonna do?
Let's do. Which one you want to do? Which layout?
Let's do this layout.
Let's do that layout. Let's keep it simple.
Let's keep it simple. I
we're
think
sitting there for hours figuring out.
hopefully it works,
What
but it looks like it's double screen.
Where's it? Where is it? Where are we?
We're here. You don't have
Okay.
to see us though.
Ah.
There we go, little ones. But here's The Bear season 3.
Okay, and it's doing that screen too. Can you
Yeah,
see
I
that?
think so. Yeah.
Hope so. All right, I guess we would have to find out when we do the editings. The Bear season 3. One of my favorite shows, and I remember I got into this show because someone told me John Bethel was in it. He's my guy. Love that dude, obviously because he's the Punisher, but he's awesome. So anything Bethnal's in, I want to watch it. He's actually hardly in the show, but the show's so good. It's just. But I don't know the reality of a kitchen.
Yeah.
That guy, the British cook guy who cusses everyone. What's his name again?
Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah. So he shows some sort of reality. I don't know. He cusses the shit out of people in the kitchen, but
Yeah.
there is chaos. This show really expresses the chaos in the kitchen, but also like the militant delicacy of these chefs.
Yeah.
Like this, the main dude. What's his name again? What's the main dude's name again, man?
Bear. No, sorry, that's his surname. Not Jeremy. Oh.
What's his name? Just you got the screen right
Sorry.
there. But he's so obviously they go crazy and whatnot, but the militant delicacy of everything. It's an art piece. It's art. Like they're really expressing from one perspective the art of cooking, the art of not just the food, and it has to be 100% accurate. He goes, if it's not 100%, it doesn't go out, right? I mean, this is how delicate the dishes are, and then the presentation of the dishes. What's his name, man? Trying to find Carmen, that's it, bloody hell. Again, the expression of, because these are artists, man. So in his eyes, it has to be perfect, perfectly displayed. Everything, man. The kitchen, the way he was cleaning the kitchen, it's like militant. Every corner, like, has to be man, it's like they get like the earbud thing and just go through every corner.
Yeah.
It again, there's something about that that's captivating to me. Like I'm like, why would I give a shit about that? Right? I go to restaurants all the time. Now I have no idea some of the restaurants I go to they're that delicate. But the point that he's been trained in like 5-star whatever, right? Kitchens and whatnot. So he has that level of standards that he's trying to implement in Chicago. Is it Chicago?
Chicago, yeah.
And if you look on the outside, when they give you the outside, it looks like the ghettos, man. It's kind of like, what's this restaurant doing here? But because of his training, because of him and his mentality and what he's trying to do here, in love for his like being a cook, in love for his brother, it's 100% on point. And then you get on to the stressful part, because this guy's stressing. It's like a stressful. When him and his cousin go at it, man, it's so funny, man. I was like without spoiling it or whatnot, when they're just kind of talking about the non-negotiables and the rules that we're gonna follow, and as soon as his brother walks in, it's like fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. It's like they're like kids, but it's so boy, it makes me laugh, man. It's hilarious, man. But that's the stressfulness about it, man. And then through that, man, like some of the harsh shit they say to each other is like, again, anger, that emotion of anger, even if you don't mean it, but it's an emotion that makes you say shit and in the moment that you might not mean, or actually maybe you do mean it. But anger is allowing you to express it. Anger is obviously a very bad emotion. It's good to have a little bit because you need to have that. But if you can control it, man, these guys get to a point where they just can't control it and they say some harsh shit to each other. But like the first couple of episodes, honestly, was just like showing us like there's not really much of a story so far. It's kind of just showing us the process.
What's happening? Okay.
It's really like captivating. I'm interested to see what's going on in his kitchen. So I'm loving it so far. Me and Ash, we've been watching it and just enjoying.
I think what I've taken from season 1 and 2, which I've absolutely enjoyed as well. And again, bro, it wasn't a show. It took me ages to get to the point to watching it. But the high intensity, the anxiety, the stress, like, oh my God, after each episode, I was like, bloody hell, man, my chest is hurting, man. How, like, what they've done in each of this and each director and each person who's wrote the story has been insanely good. It's like, I don't know, man, like, you've put me in that situation. That's very hard to do when it comes to a show, bro.
Yeah.
Very hard to do. Very hard to do. And they've done it really well.
Yeah, because
the 7 Fishes episode.
Which one was it?
Season 2.
It's been a while since I've seen it. What happened again?
Family dinner at Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Bro,
exactly.
That was insane, bro.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying. There's certain shows or films or whatever where you sit back, you just watch, right? And you enjoy it. And then there's certain ones where they try to put you into the environment
to make you feel.
So you're so you're feeling it.
You're making you feel.
You're not just watching it, you're actually feeling it.
You're feeling it, yeah.
And this show has that ability. And also, like, you have to respect, or what I've come to like respect a little bit, which I don't really pay attention to, is the dialogue, but the choreographing of the dialogue.
Ooh,
because you know, with choreographing with martial arts, with John Wick or whatnot, it's beautiful. It's art, boom, boom. You do that, the gunshot, blah. It's all beautiful choreography.
Yeah.
This is doing choreographing with dialogue. He's saying that, she's saying that, and they're just bouncing. And I'm like, man, one person slits up their line, start again. It's like that. Do you know what I mean? I know it's not like one shot, but it's getting
there's an art in that, and I think each of the actors and actresses in here have an amazing talent, bro. To go back and forth like that, I'd bust up, bro.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. And you might, like, again, your timing has to be right.
Yeah.
And the way you're portraying your character, so the tone of voice or whatever, all that stuff is got to be right. You know, you got to say your line at the very right part without, like over speaking someone or whatever it is. I mean, like, I don't know. But even the writers, right? When they're writing the dialogue for each character, like, they must be like, you know, Carmen says, and then immediately Richard says, and then like the way, bro, it must be like 50 pages, but just like one little scene, right? And you'll see more of it like in season 3.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at Ash, me and Ash are watching, I'm like, bro, this is choreographing in dialogue.
Yeah,
you know 100%. Because it's 1 word, 2 words, boom, and everyone just bouncing off each other rather than let me say my line, then you say your line. It's like
yeah.
So
but that's how real life is, right?
Yeah.
It's how real life is. So, and I think they've captured that very well. Great show. Looking forward to season 3.
Yeah, I hope you get into it, man.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to seeing more episodes. All right, The Boys episode what, 6 did we just watch? Was it 6? I think so. Let's get that up on the screen. It's over there, isn't it? Oh.
Yeah, no. So basically, I've mixed it up so that we it's not all the way through.
Oh, I see.
So it doesn't take up the whole screen all the time. So here we go. The boys.
The boys.
The boys.
The boys. Episode 6.
Six.
Guy. So, I freaking don't even know where to start with this, man. I need to start off with what I was saying to you, man. This is the most fucked up universe ever. I would never want to be a part of this universe.
Nor do I.
Bare gruesome
Deaths and
deaths,
random killings.
random killings. I feel like there's no accountability. People just die.
Yeah, people just die.
In the most gruesome way ever.
Yeah.
And just bare Badus, man. Everything's
Yeah,
Badusi. Bare Badus. Everything is about Badus. Everyone's sick in the head.
Yeah. It's difficult because real life can be like that, depending on the situation.
We don't see that. There's some
we don't see that,
there,
but you know, I still find the show grounded on a superhero level where it's like, you know, this is top-notch stuff where, like, to be honest, like, this show connects more to me than what recently we've got with a lot of stuff. Because we're oversaturated with it, right? So you've got to give us something different, right? With comic book material. And I feel like, you know, the political game, the corporate game and the way it works is horrible. I wouldn't want to live in that universe.
Oh, hell no.
I would not. I don't care if there's a man flying. I don't want to be in that universe, man. Now we've got goats and cows flying.
Think about it, man. We're superhero geeks, right? So we would love to have a Superman in the universe, right? But this show has made us realize, actually, maybe I might not.
Nah,
because this
I'm
guy
good.
might be a fucking psycho.
Yeah, like he is. Like
he should get an award, bro.
You know what? Listen, bro. Anthony Stark. Anthony Stark, am I right? Hold up, sorry guys.
And it's again, I don't know nothing about acting, but it's the little eye twitches and lip twitches
Bro.
he does, which like
He's sick.
so good.
He is sick, bro. He's sick. Like Anthony Starr. Sorry, Anthony Starr's Homelander. He's insane, bro. He plays it so well, and it scares me because it's like we could have somebody like that. I only recently found out the actor Laz Alonso is Mother's Milk. I know we spoke about this on previous episode, but just seeing Mother's Milk here, like, what? Come on, bro. Is that code name?
Code name, man. Code name is Mother Milk.
Okay.
I feel like Homelander's name should be Mother's Milk because he loves Mother's Milk. So
that last episode, bro. I can't keep up with the craziness. Like, it keeps getting more insane.
Yeah.
And it gets more diabolical. But for me, in this week's episode, was the Fight Club moment.
Yeah.
The moment he found out, oh damn.
Yeah, spoiler alerts, by the way.
Yeah, spoilers, that this is all in my head.
Bro, you said you clocked earlier. I didn't.
I clocked last week's episode that guy's not real.
I didn't until this moment. I was like, oh shit. I looked at Ash. I was like, oh shit. It's in his head too. Like his wife's in his head. It's like an angel and demons.
Yeah.
It's the right shoulder. Just, you know, obviously his wife is the angel trying to get him to do the right thing, and this demon is on his left shoulder trying to get him to do the wrong thing.
But that's because of the V he shot up. So, you know, he's got a tumor right now and he's going through quite a lot right now. He's always been a rogue character, but now he's battling with himself a lot more in this one.
I think because he's dying, I think.
Yeah.
I think there's something like it's kind of like, before I go, let me try and do the right thing. And I think that's where his wife is going to help him do the right thing.
I hope so. I hope so.
Did you stop the recording or you stopped the screen?
No, it's still recording. I just stopped the screen share.
Oh, okay. But what made me laugh about... Oh, I have a theory. This is just my opinion on how I think the show is going to end up finishing. A-Train's going to obviously switch inside, but I think he's going to, you know, help fight Homelander, and I think he's going to die, brutally. I think Butcher's going to die, and I think that's going to be kind of an emotional moment with the kid. I think the kid is ultimately going to be killing Homelander. In my opinion, he's going to be the stronger one who's going to kill Homelander. I think we'll lose a lot of characters, like, and die and whatnot.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of I don't think the Deep's gonna die. He's just funny. He's novelty and whatnot.
Black Noir too is struggling, man.
He's struggling because he wants to get out there and whatnot. But this episode, man, the part that killed me and Ash was Spider Booty, Booty Spider-Man, whatever you want to call him. Bro, I feel sorry for Mother's Milk, man, because he gets it. He gets it.
He gets it.
My guy, bro, in season 1 and 2, he had the big penis around his neck. He had the juice that went on his favorite jacket. He had like someone bust a nut on him. Remember that? And now Spider Booty on his
One of my
face. Oh,
guy had a
my
panic
God.
attack, man. Anxiety. He's coming up with hives and things.
Oh,
He needs to
man.
leave his job.
Bro.
He needs to leave his job. But I feel for him, man. He's going through a lot as well, you know. And it's a struggle, absolute struggle for him to try and keep everybody intact, everybody in place. And like this episode was based on Tech Nine, they called him, but it was actually
God.
Bruce Wayne and Batman.
I know,
Oh,
yeah.
bro,
Oh,
I was
God.
dying, bros. They turned him into some proper Dark Knight.
Some fiend, man. Nasty.
Interesting. But did you see what that episode? The last bit of that episode made me laugh because the butler was like, they're trying to create
Entrapment camps?
Yeah,
Is that what you call them?
yeah, and
Basically like slave camps.
slave camps, yeah. And the butler had enough, bros.
Oh my God.
Butler went for it.
He's
I was
like,
cracking
I'll kill him, yeah.
I'll kill him, don't worry.
Not Huey went for it. No, Huey's father just died.
Oh,
That
bro.
was tough as well. That was tough on him as well.
And he opened up. And you know what? Listen, I don't know if it was that episode or the previous episode where his mum was talking about postnatal depression and what she went through and the reason why she left. I think is a crucial, important scene about what women go through during pregnancy after they have their baby. And a lot of people have, alhamdulillah, are fine, but a lot of women struggle because it's a toll on their body, mental, that's a whole different part to it. And she explained it perfectly. I'm going to make a clip of it because I think it's really important that that's put out there and what mothers go through.
Yeah.
That touched me. But what happened to his dad, bro?
Yeah. But can I say something about what, like, in my opinion about the show, even though it had these emotional moments, like with his father dying and all that stuff, actually, I don't think, and it's not a criticism or whatnot, but I don't think the show hasn't given me an emotion. That makes sense. When something emotional happens, like his dad dies, I don't really feel it because of
I didn't feel that. Yeah.
Like the gruesomeness, when I say the jokes, the comedy of how fucked up the place is, right? When someone like his father dies and he has an emotional moment, I don't feel it. You know what I'm trying to say? I just go. It's a scene.
It's a scene, yeah.
So that's one thing. I'm not going to say that the show lacks on. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it's not that. Maybe it's just not that. But there's no emotion. I don't ever feel like a lump in the throat type of emotion.
I think this is where we talk about pacing issues. Because, again, you're dealing with several characters. Because French is going through his own thing. My guy just went and told the police, and I've been in murders, and now, him and Kimiko, is it Kimiko? Kimiko, he doesn't want to see her. So it's like you build these characters, you give them an arc, and then you don't finish it off properly. And I feel like we're gonna jump onto another show. We're gonna talk about Supacell.
Yeah, we might as well. Yeah. Because you saw it, and I saw it last time, but finally we both saw it. Yeah,
so we'll go into that and we'll talk about pacing because I think pacing is so important when it comes to something big like that. But bro, listen, I'm having a blast with what have I called?
Supacell.
No,
which one?
The Boys.
The Boys. But end of the day, bro, regardless of what I just said, I think this has been the most consistent show from season 1 to all the way we are season 4, and I think season 5 will be the same. And when I mean consistent, I think every episode to me is enjoyable, and I look forward to watching it. I actually look forward to watching each episode. So to me, it's amazing, and I don't want it almost ever to end, but I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what they do and how they do end it. But yeah. The Boys, check it out, man. Should we talk about Supercell? Should we talk about superhero stuff?
Yeah, let's jump on. Where did I put it?
I don't think, did you even open it?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did. Let's talk about Supercell because I spoke about it last week. We done shorts and whatnot reviews, but you've watched it now. At least we can give both of our thoughts on it.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, listen, look, Supercell, produced and directed by Ratman. I thought it was brilliant, bro. Again, binged it in 2 days. Great pacing, great character building, great realistic powers, great reactions of what having abilities can do to yourself and people around you and your surroundings. And relatable, bro, man. I mean, that's the one great thing about it being shot in London. it's home. There were a couple of scenes that they shot down the road here.
Yeah, okay.
And I kept on clocking it. I was like, oh, that's Brimstown. Or,
Yeah.
that's the range. We go there. You know? So they did something very clever, which I think Ratman, when he was writing the show, really wanted people to connect with the characters, to make it relatable, to give, you know, he did what Stan Lee did with Spider-Man. He made it relatable. He gave the kid issues. He was going to school. He wasn't studying properly. He's smart, but his life is a mess. And he did that with everybody else's life. It's not straight and simple.
Yeah, I think for me, and I put this in my review, like, and I honestly believe this. I feel like it's for me, the anticipation of all the characters kind of meeting up and kind of working together was a defenders levels anticipation, the way the defenders made me feel. I think they done a great, and I feel like this is how they should do the X-Men movie when they eventually. These are like mutants, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I love the.
Well, they said that. They mentioned it.
Yeah, I mean, of course, they geeked out a little about the Flash and Marvel DC universe and whatnot, but they were mutants. I mean, because it was a mutation of the sickle cell gene.
So good.
Right?
So good.
I love the way they did that, right? Because their parents had sickle cells and then it was activated within it was activated. But what I loved about the pacing and in making each character their fair share of screen time and relatability, doing that in a 6-episode show, I think the perfect way to do it. You try to do it in a 2-hour movie, it would never work. Never work. So that's why I think when they do eventually do the X-Men, I feel like it should be a show. And I think this was a great platform and template to it. Now I know people might say there's comparisons to other superhero shows in the past, like Hero and shit like that. But you know what? Those shows kind of drifted off. This one had a point. It stuck to the plot. But each episode, what I loved about it, right? It starts from episode 1 and they intertwine, right? They intertwine, but they don't know each other, right? But then each episode is dedicated to each character, which builds them, builds the relatability. Automatically, you're like, I like this character. I like, you build relationships with the characters that you might identify with more or just like. And then they're walking past each other. You're like, oh, he's just there. Like, I wish you guys met. You know what I mean? He's looking for them and whatnot. So there's that. And then at the end, when they do kind of combine as a team, bro, I was, like I said, like, just how Defenders made me feel. I wanted to see Daredevil with Luke Cage. It made me feel like that with this show. And I think they've done a great job with that. I mean, for me, that was the most impressive thing. Because again, I don't want to shit on things, but you see Eternals, for example. Like, they done that in a movie platform, like, 8 characters or whatever. I don't give a shit about not one of them characters I want to see back in the MCU because I have no connection.
There's no connection to it, yeah.
This show, when he directed it, he must have been like, I gotta make every character it is relatable and has a relationship with the audience. Yeah. So when you come to season 2, and I hope we get more season 2, I can't wait to see how they evolve in their powers, and I can't wait to see this character or whatever.
Episode 6 got me, no?
Episode 6.
With all of what he went through?
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, oh.
It was like inevitable.
It's a canon event.
Canon event, exactly.
It's a canon event. No matter what you do, it's going to be that. Oh, horrible. Well, listen, if you guys ain't seen it, put it on your watch list. Go watch it now, man. 6 episodes.
We binge through it in 2 days. I think people, if you watch the first episode, you'll binge through it in 2 days as well.
Exactly.
Freaking awesome, man. What was the other show we watched? We watched loads this month, man. The boys. Oh, Eric. Before we get into the trailer stuff.
Boom. Let's do this.
Eric on Netflix. Benedict Cumberbatch, who's obviously amazing. Javed told me about this.
Yes.
And I was like, the other day, I was like, let me put it on. Bro.
How many episodes you?
I'm on episode 3 now. It's really good. So it's based in around I think early 80s.
Yeah.
Basically it is about his son being abducted. So the search for his son. Deep. But also, and there's a whole like 80s thing to it. There's a what do you call it, man? Just the environment of the 80s in New York and whatnot. But his character, the big bear, who reminds me of Ludo. Is it Ludo from Labyrinth?
Yes.
Reminds me of him, or even reminds me from the Monsters Inc. Bear or whatnot. Anyway, without spoiling it, how do I say it, man? Listen, he's made some mistakes. I don't know if he's taking accountability of his son going missing, but it's been thrown in his face a lot. It's very fucked up, right? he's going into a fucked up mental kind of
State.
breakdown, but and visualizing this character. I don't want to spoil who this character is or where this character came from, this big bear. But I think what's happening is, even though he's going into this mental breakdown state, he's seeing this character. It's ultimately gonna help him look for his kid, not giving up, not going crazy because he looks like he's giving up and all that sort of shit. It is a fucked up character. Him and his wife, you know, they're not on good terms. All this sort of stuff. Alcohol's involved. All this sort of stuff. And you're like, he's just losing it. But I think he's losing it in a sense that it's gonna guide him towards find the journey of finding his kid, and that's what I'm looking forward to. But you've got this big monster here who looks like, you know, the Monsters Inc. teddy bear, or the one I can't remember what his name was, but yeah, bro, I'm in. You know what I mean? I'm in. I'm definitely gonna finish it off. I'll be watching the episodes. Guys, check it out. It's really good.
I'll check it. It's on my list.
I tried to give a review without spoiling. I don't want to let you know where the monster came from. I don't know what's. I don't want to let you know how, you know, all this sort of stuff, background, but like, watch it so you can, by the second episode, you know where these characters have come from, and what's happening. But trying not to spoil it is always tough. But I think this is going to be a good,
definitely. It's on my list. I've seen the trailer. It looks good. So
yeah, it's going to be a good, like, sort of like, he's going into a dark place, but he's going to be trying to be looking for his kid. So that's what we all want. We want to find a kid. But put it this way, putting us on an adventure where we want to find this kid as well. And we hope nothing bad has happened to this kid, because any kid getting adopted, it's
horrible,
not a good thing.
Horrible. All right, let's go, man. Part one of Cobra Kai season 6 trailer came out this week, which was absolutely awesome. This is gonna be like a 3-part event. Insane, right? I can't wait, bro. They're bringing back everybody.
Bro,
everybody. I hope they bring back Hilary Swank.
I
think she needs to come back. But just in general, I mean, listen, man.
Wait, sorry. Will they connect it to the new Jackie Chan one, do you think?
Well, listen, they started filming this new one. They've got Jackie Chan involved.
Could you imagine? See, last episode, Jackie Chan appears. For some reason, I don't know why, but the connection that they're making the movie, because then the Jackie Chan one, they're connecting that universe to this one. Could you just imagine, bro? What show? Think about it, bro. What movie from the 80s had they brought back with such a bang that, bro, like 5, 6 seasons?
That's definitely happening. We're saying it right now. That is definitely happening. I'm gonna say
us everything, bro.
We're so okay. So listen, they brought back. You know, Mike Barnes is in this. All the returning characters are back. You're right, bro. End of this big tournament scene. Somebody win or lose. Jackie Chan gets involved, and then we get the Karate Kid movie.
Oh yeah,
I
think it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen because this show's given us everything, right? It's given us. I feel like
it's like this is like the fan, like I know the directors and producers are all about fan theories and fan things. So you're right, bro. This is definitely leading to that.
They smashed it. They smashed it. I remember when the first show came out, and I was like, we're in a day and age of MMA and whatnot. No one's gonna take karate and all this stuff. Man, they put karate. I feel like they put karate back on the map. Not like everyone's gonna go train karate and whatnot now. MMA, jiu-jitsu, it's still
yeah.
But it's like they managed to keep that hype around karate, which it was in the 80s and whatnot, and around these characters. It's just, bro, they link. I feel like they're gonna link it into the Jackie Chan one, and Jackie Chan's gonna make an appearance in the last episode. Probably everyone's gonna be like,
he's gonna do that face, bro. You know, at the end when Mr. Miyagi's done.
But it could be. If
he doesn't, because I love movies that end like that, bro.
Yeah. They might twist it and be like, oh, he's Miyagi's old friend or some shit like that, man. I don't know, man. It's gonna be something. And
what was the name in that one? Han.
It was Han. Yeah, I know there was no connection, but they're gonna make a connection. Why not?
They have to, bro. They have to. They have to. But yeah, no. Listen, absolutely awesome. The next trailer we saw that came out was this one. Actually, kind of shocked me because it came out of nowhere.
Yes, yeah, there wasn't no big push
there was no big push around this. This is Hellboy, the Crooked Man. But this came out of nowhere. But this comic book is supposed to be really good.
It's based on specific.
Yeah, I think it's Mike Minola. Hopefully, I said that right. Here we go. Here's the cover. Yeah, Mike Minola. It's supposed to be really good. It's 1 of 3 issues. I haven't read it yet, and now I'm gonna pick it up to read it. But listen, bro, you know, it's an all new cast. So
Complete reboot, yeah?
Jack Casey, hopefully I said that right, who is
I said
playing
Jack Keys,
Hellboy.
boy.
Huh?
When I done my reaction, I said Jack Keys. There's no way I'm gonna try and say a
Jack
name.
Keys.
I said, bro, I can't read for shit.
Why, listen, bro, Jack Keys. I thought that was Alfred, not Alfred. Is that who I think it is? Yes, it is Joseph Marcel.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man.
Yes. What's his name?
What's
Fresh
gone?
Prince of Bel-Air. Just come on, man. What's his name, man? Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Yes, Jeffrey.
Jeffrey's in this, man. I'm watching this. I don't care. I was gonna watch it anyway because it looks good. Like the trailer, bro.
Scary, man. It's kind of like it looked creepy.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about the Hellboy comics, the original ones, and the ones they based other movies on. But Hellboy sounds kind of like should be a horror. This seems like a horror movie, man.
Yeah, no, I mean it's interesting. I think
a horror movie I try to avoid because I don't like that.
I think
I don't like that shit, bro.
When got the director's original name, Giro, who did the first two. Now the first one I actually like. The second one, to this day, I've tried to watch it 3 times and I fall asleep at the same time. So there must be something mystical about that movie, bro. Because every time I've tried to watch it, I fall asleep. I wake up suddenly and they're in I remember they were in a fantasy market and I was like, oh, it's not worth watching no more. There's something wrong with that. The David Harbour one, I didn't even watch it.
I didn't even watch that. I forgot that he even made one.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about the first one was
Ron Perlman.
Yes. Yeah. So I forgot. But do you know what's weird about the Ron Perlman one? There's one scene that I remember. If you like, oh, give me a scene for that. So one scene, the fishman, forgive me, I don't know names, was in love with the other woman, and you had that Barry Manilow.
Yeah.
I actually only remembered that from that movie, and I'm not saying the movie was crap or anything. I'm just not into it.
I think I need to rewatch them again. But the comic books are amazing. I mean, the artwork and the universe itself, it deserves more credit, and I think this is taking it in the horror element it should be. So the trailer looked good, bro. Compared to all the other ones we saw, it had that bright Hollywood saturation, but this one doesn't have that, which is great. So
yeah, it looks like a horror. It looks like a horror.
So, yeah. So listen, good on that. And the next trailer.
Next trailer was 1992. Boss, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? This is not something that I would I mean I would watch or whatnot, but speak about it and watch it, do a reaction. It was Ray Liotta. I saw Ray Liotta. Rest in peace. Because I think he's a legend.
Yeah.
In my books anyway. So this is his last movie, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Because I thought Cocaine Bear was, because he was in that too, but this one obviously came out. So I saw his name. You got Tyrese. You got Scott Eastwood. It's based around 1992, where what's his name? Rodney King.
Yeah.
The Rodney King situation happened where the police beat him up, and the police got away with it, and all that sort of stuff. That was like one of the first. I think one of the first things that was caught on camera.
Yes, that's the one. There's main proof there, bro. Bust him up, man.
Exactly. So in racist incidents with the police, obviously, unfortunately, man, like 20, not 20. How many years later? 20, 30 years later, you have a George Floyd situation. It just kind of shows that these things, no matter what, it's still happening, right? Nowadays you got a lot more camera footage and whatnot, but then there's a separate storyline of him and his son, a heist going on with Ray Liotta and Scott Eastwood. I'm interested. I'm when I say I'm interested, again, at first out of respect for Ray Liotta, and then I'm watching the trailer and I'm like, okay, this is definitely something I could watch.
No, definitely. It's funny you say that because there was a recent Quantum Leap episode that based around that time was it Detroit?
I think it was LA.
LA, sorry.
I believe
when that happened, and there's an episode based on that, and yeah, and it's got me interested because you guys sent me the trailer, and I was like, oh, I just watched something on this. Listen, bro, it looks good from the trailer, so I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Only thing is Tyrese's beard.
I don't know about that. It looks like this.
Yeah, like I've seen goatees or whatnot. My guy tried something different. I mean, not if he tried it, but the creation, the art, that's weird, man.
The art department.
Should we get
into? I'm gonna say quickly. I watched Quantum Leap. season 2 finished. I don't know. You gonna watch it?
I should do, man. I should do.
Should I tell you?
How many seasons has been on?
It's only 2 seasons, but they've cancelled it.
Oh, basic. Go on and tell me now. You might as well. Spoiler alerts. I'm gonna watch it anyway. I think I will watch
I
it.
think watch it. You'll enjoy it. But because my issue is that we've invested in these characters,
Mm.
and then you, like, it was supposed to have a new season out this next year, I think, and they've just dropped it. So basically, it left me halfway through a story where I've connected to all of these characters now, and I'm like, oh man, like definitely, I didn't think I'd enjoy it as much as I did, but it relates to nowadays issues, so I suppose it worked out really well. And you know the about time, where before it was between Sam Beckett's lifetime, now they're going further back in time. So it worked really well. So I'm kind of gutted, but watch it and give me your thoughts about that. But
I think I will. If it's
Yeah.
easy to watch, I'll watch it.
yeah, bro, they're easy to.
I
really
watched
easy.
one episode. I should have given it more of a chance. I
Really.
think I was just looking for like the nostalgia of the original Quantum Leap, but I got to just accept that.
But there
different.
is an episode where you're like,
Oh, okay.
your heart, you're
Yeah.
gonna make me cry here, man. This is emotional. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But yeah, NBC cancelled it, bastards. But we move on to
The
news.
The news. MCU news.
Let's do this.
Bro, Captain America, they released a picture on 4th of July, the Independence
Yes.
Day of the US of A, of Sam Wilson's cap. Bro, the costume looks fantastic.
Sick.
Because I think it kind of still gave us what Steve Rogers wore.
Yeah,
I know,
yeah,
like, the show was great, right? And he had his show costume, which was great.
I think the
But
show costume
this
was this
new
wasn't it?
one, yeah, I like this. I like it. But
I like it because it's quite bright. It's out there. It's in your face.
yeah, but the new picture that they showed kind of reminds us of the Steve Rogers one that we saw in the whole Avengers series. But of course, it's gonna have his wings and he looks wicked. But I like that. It looks good. It looks also, for some reason, I don't know why, but it looks more like combat ready.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
the
yeah.
other one, you know, with his goggles on and stuff. I don't know. Like there's something. It looks more like a superhero-ish.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas with the new one, just like Captain America, it looks like he's wearing something that's combat ready. I don't know why. Like
Yeah, yeah.
there's something good about it. It's kind of like it's not too bright. You can see it's a bit scruffed up. He's battling, man. He's a soldier at the end of the day. Like I don't know. I feel like that, you know, he's a super soldier. Well, he's not a super soldier with the serum and whatnot, but I don't know, that costume. I feel like that costume represents the character in the sense that he is a soldier. He's going to be on the front line. So his costume's not going to be bright and whatnot. It's going to be messy. He's on the front line. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So I like it, man. I can't wait for this, man.
I'm looking forward to it. Definitely. I think Anthony Mackie is brilliant as Sam Wilson. He's one of the, like, from when he was in Winter Soldier, bro. You know, you fell in love with him. He's the opposite of what Steve Rogers was, to bring in a different type of superhero to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where he's got no powers, bro. Literally, no super serum, Nathan. He's just got these wings, and I don't know how he still catches the. I know they showed a bit of practice montage in Falcon and Winter Soldier, but I'm like, still, man, can you imagine at that speed and velocity, this vibranium thing come? You're getting chopped in half, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry,
it's true though, because Steve did have superpowers like strength as well.
Yeah.
So he was able to throw it at a certain speed and power, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, Sam Wilson doesn't have the same super strength. So for him to throw it, and it looks like at the same sort of strength as Steve Rogers, it's like, I know there's a technique, and I know the vibranium is a material that you can fling around, but still, there's still going to be a difference between when Steve throws it with super strength and a normal human who's skilled and who's learning the skills throw it. There's still going to be some difference. So
yeah,
maybe that's something that they should have.
They should. I think they need to work on that. I personally think. I mean, bro, we're talking about science fiction here. We're talking about,
I know,
and you know, they could get away with this stuff. You know, it's a comic book thing, but sometimes realism kind of eases it out, kind of works it out. You know what I mean? But, bro, he looks great. I am looking forward to it.
Can't wait for that one. So let's move into some DC news, man. This one would never die out, really, would it? Zack Snyder, Snyder cut, the Snyder cut, looking to get a theatrical cinema release. I can't even say the word. Cinema release, which I think it deserves.
Yeah, no,
I
definitely.
wish it
100%.
did. I mean, the guy had such a great vision. This everyone would say this was way better than the fucking one they released and whatnot. I heard that he was looking to end this whole saga with Flashpoint, which would have been amazing. Zack Snyder's talked about he would love to do still a Dark Knight. It's one of his favorite comics. But I will 100% go to the cinema to watch this.
I'm on this.
But I haven't seen this since I think I watched it one more time after it came out. But if it comes out in cinema, I would love to see this on the big screen. So I'm in. Did they give a release date or anything? Or
no, nothing yet. It just says that it's going to have a theatrical release. Theatrical. I'm not going to say that again.
Say cinema, man. Cinema.
Cinema release on the big screen release. I'd love to see that on the big screen.
Yeah.
Now, some people have said, why let it go, blah blah blah. Listen, I saw it on when it came out on HBO, and my TV's good, but cinema screen with everything, and the way this was laid out, 4 hours, I'm in, bro.
I'm gonna take a coffee in there and have a game.
You know what? Let it go. Intermissions.
I don't know about that, man. In regards to Let It Go, listen, man, they just, for example, re-released some of the Dark Knight series on IMAX. Like, what, let that go too?
No, man.
Like, we're gonna go watch it. Like, same with this, same thing. Put it in cinema, I'm gonna go watch it. So, let it go in regards to, like, let's move on with James Gunn universe. But if I can get the opportunity to watch it on the big screen, hell yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So, let's do this, man. I'm on it. On other news, bro.
Other news.
Season 2, One Piece, which I haven't even finished season 1 yet.
Oh.
And I really enjoyed, I don't even know what episode I'm on, but life as a dad, man, it's so hard to watch all of this content. I was actually speaking to somebody recently, and actually, I'm going to talk about recently, just now at the mosque after Friday prayer, and the brother was like, man, I love what you do. It's amazing. Where you get the time? I said, bro, I ain't got no time, man. It is like so hard to try and keep on top of everything. And then I don't want to watch stuff I'm not going to enjoy. And it's hard. Don't get me wrong. One Piece season 1 is awesome. I will finish it. I love what they've done. It's so hard to translate anime onto a big screen and make it work. And they have done that. So season 2, I heard they got a really nice cast coming along with us. Some names in there. Let me see.
The one that stuck out to me was the guy who played
Polka Dot
Man.
Yeah.
And I forgive me, man. I got his name here. I just can't pronounce it, man. You try and read it, man.
Hold on. He was in the
David. I can say David.
David Dashmachlin.
There you go.
David Malachane.
Listen,
he's in bare films. He was in The Dark Knight. He was in
Malachane. That's Malachane?
Live with the Devil on TV. Did you watch that?
No, I didn't. Oh, no, those films creep me out. I wasn't going to watch that, no.
But listen.
But he's going to play a character called Mr. Free.
Mr. Free, cool.
The number 3. But I saw loads of people, like Jenna Ortega was posting something, and people like, she going to be in it. I think, it's definitely, they put in a big cast together for it. It was very successful. And yeah, I think, putting an anime into I love, listen, that one worked. Stuff that I'm emotionally attached with, Fist of the North Star, Dragon Ball Z, even Naruto now. If you ever do those, it's got to be a season. It can't be a movie. It's got to be a episode show, and it's got to be done right. But on the anime front, this one here, My Hero Academia. Not that I know this, but the reason why I thought we should speak about it is because, one, we're going to speak about One Piece, and we do get the opportunity to see anime movies.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
But yeah, My Hero Academia is getting a live action treatment with the director from Alice in Borderland.
Ooh.
So I have not seen these, but I actually might watch the live action one just because I feel like, I don't know, it'll introduce me to it.
Yeah, no, of course.
And these animes, to be real, like, they have thousands of episodes. Like, I can't do it. But you know what I love about these? Like, so we got expert or fans, sorry, like Yusuf, right?
Yeah.
I kind of look out for his review first. Like, so with One Piece, I was waiting. Let me see what Yusuf says. And if fans are like, they done it justice, I'll go and watch it. So with this one, for example, if Yusuf's like, oh, they done it justice, I will go and watch it. The only one that I will watch first is like a Fist of the North Star, Dragon Ball Z, and
Akira.
I can make
Yeah,
a
yeah.
judgment out of this.
Yeah.
Akira is another one.
Yeah.
But these ones, I'll just wait for the fans like Yusuf to be like, they done it justice, so then I could go in and check it out. So I know nothing about this anime, to be honest with you, bro. But
No, I've heard
fans
good
out
things.
there,
I think a
check
lot
it
of
out.
people are saying that it's really good. So, I mean, for me, it's timing, man. And I'm so specific with animes as well. Oh, excuse me. All right, cool, man. Was there anything else?
That's it for the news. Did you hear anything else before we get into the last retro movie review for this week?
Let's double check, man. Make sure you're following us on our Instagram's page. Is where all of our latest news and reactions come out on. So, Superman leaks. It's happening. I haven't seen much. It's happening. It's happening. Loads of people spoiling things and putting things out there. I'm not watching any of it because I really want to be excited for this man. I think this guy needs justice. I want to see him. And, he looks cool. So
it's going to be good.
I believe in
don't
James.
care.
Yeah.
I believe it's going to be good.
It's going to be wicked.
Comparison is I was just about to say a quote, but it literally slipped my head. But the comparison is something. Comparison, it fucks you up.
Exactly.
But there's a big quote about comparison. There's a cool one. Let's see if I can find it actually.
Anyway, so while Gilman looks for that, Back to the Future celebrates 39 years. Can't believe that, bro. That's gone by so quick.
Comparison is the thief of joy.
That's right, see?
Exactly.
Don't let it mess up your joy. 39 years old, man. 39 years old.
39.
39 years old. So next year.
Did you see the Glastonbury?
Bro.
And he was there. Bro, that was wicked. Coldplay brought him out. That was they dedicated to Michael, who owns the farm, and then Michael J. Fox came out. That was awesome. They done Johnny Be Good.
Oh,
so awesome. I don't watch Glastonbury stuff, but when I saw that, I had to watch it. That was
it was
so
emotional.
epic.
So good. And he's still got it, man. He's still rocking. Oh, man, he was in the UK. Absolutely amazing. I know he's going to be in LA soon. Anybody who's a Back to the Future fan, go check him out at LACon. Everybody else is there as well. But, I've had a great journey with Back to the Future. It started everything, you know what I mean? The inspiration in science fiction, time travel, creativity, the DeLorean, the most, probably, it's the most shittest car in the world, but the most iconic car in the world, And that DeLorean has fueled my determination in some of the things I do. So, which is absolutely amazing. Happy 39, Back to the Future. Tulsa King had a trailer out as well, which was really good. I enjoyed season 1. Deadpool and Wolverine trailer, bro. So we didn't speak about this on the last one.
We didn't speak. We just done our reactions.
We did our reaction. I didn't do a reaction. He did a reaction. When I saw it, I was like, oh my god, sick.
I initially told you guys like stay away from it, but then I was like, no, but you've already seen the character in the trailer they already put out that we've seen.
The thumbnail on there.
And the thumbnail was
yeah.
But that is fucking cool, man. It's so cool.
Did you do a review on Kill?
I did on the last
episode.
Yeah,
okay, guys, if you haven't seen it, it's out now in cinemas. It's by Lionsgate. Basically, I hate comparing films, but I don't want to compare it to that. It's like Raid on a Train.
Yeah.
Indian version. Sorry.
Exactly. It fits in there.
It fits.
When I said last week on my review, I said it fits in their movie. It slots straight in.
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh, compare it, it's better, worse.
No,
if you like those type of movies, the John Wicks, the Raids, the Extraction, all that type of action, it slots straight in there.
No, definitely, without a doubt. All right, cool, man. So we jump onto this week's retro trailer movie. Retro movie review. Sorry, messed up there, but this one is Mel Brooks' Spaceballs. Oh my god, this movie is probably...
Was it 1987? Yeah.
1987 sci-fi comedy Spaceballs. Oh my god, bro, this movie is jokes, bro.
Bro, so this movie is one of those, I would say, cult classic comedies, spoofs. And it took the piss out of all that was popping at that time. Which was
bro. I mean,
sci-fi,
it's basically Star Wars, bro.
Yeah, Star Wars, obviously.
I can't find any enabled videos.
Excuse me.
Why is Siri talking?
Go to the Alexa app.
Star Wars.
Alexa, shut your mouth.
What's the other one? Star Trek.
Yeah.
Aliens. Anything science fiction. It took the piss out, but the main premise was Star Wars.
Listen, man, Mel Brooks, Rick Moranis, John Candy, Bill Pullman. This cast is insane, bro. And what they put together here, I can't think of anything else funnier, bro. Like the Schwartz.
The Schwartz.
Not even the Force, the
The
Schwartz.
Schwartz. And yogurt.
And you
Yogurt. But the one scene that always gets me, no matter what, it always comes back, is like, you know, when he's trying to read the pendulum,
yeah.
and he's like, "Muck, muck, muck, muck," and he's like, you can read it. It's like, no, I'm just clearing my throat. Just like silly, like comedy like that. It's just hilarious, bro. I was busting up, man. I mean, it's hilarious. And then Rick Moranis, I think they even it said it in the movie, like, oh, we'll make a number 2 for the money, like make more money or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
But like they're not gonna do. I mean, obviously, rest in peace, John Candy.
Yes.
A few people passed away, but also Rick Moranis is retired and whatnot. But even his character, bro, was hilarious, man. The helmet, Lord Helmet,
Lord Helmet,
and he's using the Schwartz on people's on the
crutch area.
the clutch areas. Every time someone had to give him bad news, they're like, "Sir, we have to do that." Bro, it's hilarious, man. Even the guy from Police Academy was in it. He does the voices.
Michael. I just had it up on there.
There, he's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The comedy in this movie is not like, you know how we had comedy like the Seth Rogen comedy,
Michael Winslow,
where the dialogue is hilarious, right?
Yeah.
This was comedy where, you know, visually and it was that silly comedy.
Yeah.
But that stuff makes me laugh, man. When he's on the mic, he's like, and they take the mic off him, and he's like, but it just makes me laugh, bro, man. Absolutely hilarious. This movie is cult classic.
Listen, there's again major scenes in there that always gets me. They replicate the alien scene after the food, and then hello my baby, hello my Danny, which is absolutely hilarious. You know, the take on Chewbacca and Han Solo is brilliant.
Yeah.
The back and forth that they have as well, which is great. You listen, man, I can't fault this movie. Like, it's a spoof. They call them spoof movies. So it's meant to take the piss out of the stuff that we absolutely love and adore, but kind of give respect to it as well. Like to make a movie like that, to take the piss out of it so badly is I think like somebody like George Lucas would have been like, this is brilliant.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like when somebody does a spoof of me when I'm messing up my lines or something, I find it funny because I'm like, oh, you took the time because you found something funny in it.
Yeah. It also, copy face. Also, what do you call it? I feel like one of the first movies that broke the fourth wall.
Yes.
Remember that scene where they're trying to find them, and they're like, oh well, let's watch the Spaceball movies, and then they watch it, and then they have that hilarious moment.
They look back at the camera.
Yeah, they're like, what scene is this? And it's like, no, this is happening now.
Now.
He goes, what's now? Like, and they have this whole funny dialogue of
Spiders. So,
funny dialogue like, this is now, we're doing this right now. And he's like, when's then? And he's like, then was then. But this is that. It's just, bro, this is what I'm saying.
They play on words really well. I think comedy back then in that era was like peak, bro, because they actually got away with stuff that I don't think they'd get away with now, bro.
Well, you'd say that, man. There's that scene when they were like, comb the desert. So you got everyone combing the desert, and then you come to the two brothers, and they got an afro comb, and he's like, have you seen anything? We ain't seen shit. This is freaking hilarious. Freaking hell, we ain't seen shit. And I'm like, it's just, bro, it's just hilarious, man. Again, I don't think you could get away with it nowadays. Or people just get offended, but
I love that.
Oh my God.
Be offensive, man. I think that's what films are. And I think Dave Chappelle said it.
Yeah.
The best way. It was like, it's a way of expressing. Yes, it's a moment where I say something fucked up, but you got to have a sense of humor about it.
If it's a movie, but if this was like a news show and everything I'm telling you is really what I'm telling you, and I say some fucked up shit, that means I'm being offensive. But if it's a comedy movie, right, where you're supposed to make people laugh, you're supposed to take the piss out of things, that's the whole game of it. All right? So you can sit back and laugh at a real world issue, which some of them, yes, is fucked up, right? But you're making comedy, you're making something aware as well, that you're like, there are racist people out there, right? But you're laughing at them in a sense, like you're exposing how silly it is to possibly be racist or make stereotypes or whatnot. But again, this was made in the 80s, so they got away with shit and whatnot. But it's fucking hurt. When I saw that bar, I was laughing at, man. We ain't found shit. Comb in the fucking desert. It's just silly.
Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Guys, if you haven't seen Spaceballs, I heard they're looking to do, is it a remake or number 2?
Oh yes. Did they say number 2 or remake? It might be a remake, I think.
Allow making a remake.
Yeah, I mean, if Mel Brooks is not involved, then
Leave it alone.
you know what I
Leave
mean?
it alone.
The guy is just hilarious. And even, you know what's funny as well? Like, again, this was like, they broke the fourth wall. They were taking place out of Hollywood. When they were looking for the Spaceballs movies, you saw tons of like old Mel Brooks movies. You saw even like Young Frankenstein.
Yeah.
All these type of movies that there. And
Young Frankenstein, bro.
well, we should do that one time. That one's a great one, man.
What was that scene?
The eyeball dude, man.
No, Eyeball Dude is good, but there was a scene where Gene Wilder just went nuts.
Which scene you talking about? I remember. I'm trying.
There's another one in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It's like, you lose. But there's one in, I need to find out. Anyway, going off topic now, but Mel Brooks has an amazing collection of movies that he's directed, produced, and wrote. Spaceball is one of them, and forever be in a special place in my heart because, again, rewatchability, something that we still watch to this day now. It came out in 1987, bro.
And can make you laugh.
And make you
today.
laugh.
Yeah. Even though you know the jokes, it can make you laugh still.
So movies don't have that speciality no more. And I know this week we're
certain movie like Tropic Thunder.
Yes.
Is still a funny movie that can make you laugh. You know what I mean?
That worked up because it's written by a guy who's got a sense of humor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. It's a difficult one, bro. Like there's gonna be one odd movies in there.
What though? I tell you what, right? With comedy and shit. Recently, Netflix done that whole man, what was it the diss thing on that guy? What's it? Why have I gone blank, man? The football player is the most famous football player. I just watched it.
David Beckham.
No, man, no, the American football player. Come on, man. Why have I gone so blank for, man? But anyway, they were doing, when they cuss them, roasting.
Yeah.
They done a roast, and bro, it was a very offensive roast. They went all out, right? They had some great comedians on there, but apparently,
yes, I heard about this.
Yes, it was one of the most watched show. I think it was the most watched show on Netflix ever, right? Kevin Hart hosted it. It was the roast stuff. Come on, man. Why have I gone black? The guy's a really famous dude. I mean, obviously, I don't watch sports, especially that sport.
American football player, yeah?
Yeah. Roast potato. Tom Brady, man. Tom Brady. And bro, like I say, they went, bro, the comedy, they took the piss out of, bro, it was comedy at its peak. Because they done like racist jokes, they done like trans jokes, gay jokes, everything jokes.
Yeah.
Bro. They didn't hold back at all. And it was the most viewed thing on Netflix, which goes to show that there is still a place for jokes and comedy, and people will sit back and laugh rather than canceling. Oh, we can't do that shit. No, make it, man, make it, and we'll watch it. You know what I mean? Listen, people, if it's comedy, you got to take it as comedy. Otherwise, don't watch it.
No, yeah, that's true.
I done a review on that movie with Jessica Alba that came out. It was shit.
Trigger warning. Yeah, I saw it.
Listen, man, that was a serious movie. The beginning started off with the typical propaganda, Arab Muslim terrorist shit, and I was like, this is a serious movie and you're throwing out propaganda. This ain't comedy, right? So now I get offended by that shit. Like, fuck your propaganda bullshit, right? But if it was a comedy movie spoof, I'd be like, all right, this is a comedy, they're gonna take the piss out of everything. Like a Hot Shots Part Duke.
Yeah, bro.
I would have to accept it.
Yeah.
But with Trigger Warning, that's a serious movie, and you're doing this propaganda. First of all, the movie was shit, and then I've had enough of accepting Arabic speaking terrorist shit. Like, I've had enough of that. So you see what I'm trying to say, the difference.
It makes sense.
And if you're gonna get offended by a comedy movie, then don't watch it.
Don't watch it, yeah.
But if you're gonna go in and watch a comedy, you gotta accept it for jokes. And
I think that's
even
what
if it's taking the piss out of me and
exactly.
Muslims or whatnot, if I'm watching, I'm gonna be like, yeah, this is comedy. I have to accept it.
Yeah, exactly. Sense of humor. Yeah. And acceptance of what you're going in. You're not gonna go to a comedy show and think it's gonna be all woke.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't work like that.
No, it don't work like that. And there are those that woke comedians, and if that's what you want to listen to, go listen to.
Go listen to that.
But again, if it's a serious TED talk, for example, and they start talking some shit, then yeah, okay, but that's not a joke. Now you're being offensive. Yeah. So I'm just using it as an example, man.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So comedy,
great movie,
comedy.
Spaceballs. Check it out. All right, got to wrap up. She got to hit the bed.
Well, we finished. Let's do it.
Guys, massive thank you as always for supporting the channels and following us on our socials. Guys, make sure the donation links to Palestine are in our link in the bio on our TikTok and Instagram page. And as always, we're grateful to be doing this. as you guys probably, some of you guys will notice the reaction we did on the email we just got. So you guys will have an update next week.
Let me know if
Keep
I'm
an eye on our
invited.
social.
Manifest it.
And yeah, listen, as always, thanks for the love, and we'll catch you guys up on the next show. One love.
Peace.